back to my channel. It's your girl, Chiara Grieco. Today I'm going to be telling you the time my dog almost died. Story time. So without further ado, please subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for you to get notified every time I post a video. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So this was like a month ago, okay? And we were getting ready to go to my brother's soccer game. And then obviously I left my shoes upstairs because that's where I keep my shoes. And so I went upstairs to get my shoes and I put my dog in her cage. And then I went upstairs to get my shoes. And then when I went upstairs and I opened the door, she was eating chocolate. And I was like, oh no, that's not good. It was just a little chocolate. It was like one of those Kiss chocolate, but it was milk. It was white chocolate with cream. So it wasn't all chocolate. So just keep that in mind for later. So, I was like, oh no. Okay, well, she's gonna be fine. It's just a little bit of chocolate. And I told my dad, she was eating chocolate just right now. And my dad's like, oh, it's okay. Just hurry and get your shoes because he was still in the house getting water. It's like, it's okay. She's going to be fine. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I took the wrapper and the chocolate out of her mouth. And then, because she ate it all, the only thing was in her mouth was the wrapper. And then I put her back in her cage. I lock it up and I close the door of my room. And then I told my brothers, the dog ate chocolate. I just saw her eat chocolate. And then they're like, oh no, if she dies, it's your fault. And oh my gosh, she's gonna die. Are you kidding me? This is not good. And then at that time, I started freaking out. Because I know chocolate could kill dogs. And then I was thinking, trying to think from the positive, not the negative. It was like, you know what, that's okay. She's gonna be okay. Chocolate, dogs eating chocolate is just a meme. But then I searched it up. It wasn't a meme or something. So I started freaking out at that time. I was dumb. That's why I thought it was a meme. But I started freaking out. Started crying. I'm like, can we please go home? I want to see if she's okay. Because we had to drop off my brother and Alan. And we had to go Ollie and McKinney drop off. And we live I don't want to say where we live. But we live somewhere far away from them. And it was an hour drive in total, hour and 30 minutes. And then I started freaking out, oh no, that's not good. And then my mom got home before us. And I called my mom, hey, mom, can you check on Hope? Is she okay? Is she okay? And then my mom went to go check up at her. And she was looking fine. She was fine. And then my mom took her outside with dogs. And I told my mom, can you please keep eyes on her if she's okay? Please, I don't want to lose her. Because at this point, she was my favorite dog. And she was my best friend. I know it's pretty dumb, but she's my favorite dog. And then my mom's like, yeah, she's fine. It's okay, she's fine. So we finally got home. I ran to the backyard, and then I was giving hugs and kisses to my dog, to my dog, and then it's oh my god, I missed you so much, I'm glad you're okay. And then just to be safe, I searched up signs of dogs that they might die by eating chocolate, and they're hydration, them going number 1 a lot, being hyper, throwing up, doing more than puke, diarrhea, and just going mumbling like that, not going straight, just mumbling like that. And she was doing number 1 a lot. She was drinking a lot of water. She was really hyper. She did throw up once, and then at that time I saw it, and she was and I'm well, just keep that in mind for the later video. And then she was oh no, she's not doing all that stuff. She's fine. And it was night. I was put in her cage, and I just want to check. So I gave her water, and she drank 3 cups of water, which it wasn't good. And then I started like going like, oh no. And then she was really hyper. She was like, didn't want to pee because she's like in her cage a lot. And she was also urinating like a lot, like in her cage, which isn't good. And she was like, she vomited once, like I said, when we let her out of cage. So I was like, oh no, that's not good, it's not good. Like I'm like freaking out. And I said, I just need to calm down. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. Calm down. So I'm just there sitting on my bed, about to go to bed, just watching YouTube and just editing videos. And then my brother walks in and says, how's Hope? And she's in my cage because she sleeps with me upstairs, but in her cage. And I'm like, oh, she's doing fine. And then like she's like, he just stared at her. He's like, okay, yeah, she's fine. Like just to make sure she was okay. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I started getting scared. Like, what was that? And then she's like, so sorry, I'm making this confusing. And then I was like, okay, whatever. So I gave back to YouTube. And then like she, like 30 minutes later, I saw her trying to like she wasn't acting normal at all. She wasn't acting normal. She was like she wouldn't walk. She couldn't walk at all. And then right this time it was like 9 o'clock already, 9 p.m. And she couldn't walk. Her heart was going too fast. And then she was like shivering a lot. And then I told my mom, we need to take her to the hospital. And I'm not joking. She's like, no, I can't spend $2,000 for this. And I'm like, Mom, but it's just a dog. Come on. And Mom's like, she's going to be fine. Trust me. She's going to be fine. I'm like, okay. And then my mom's like, just keep doing research. And I'm like, I don't want to do research. It's going to get me scared. And she's like, okay, I'll do research then. And I'm like, okay. So she was doing research. And I went back upstairs. I was watching YouTube again and editing videos. Because at that time I didn't know how to like edit videos. So I was like watching YouTube how to edit videos. Like, and then like Video Star came into me. Thank you. Okay, anyway, Star. And then so like an hour later, my brother walks in. He's like, and he looked at her. I was like, how's Hope doing? And he looks at me, how's Hope doing? I'm like, good. And she looks at Hope and he's like, she looks not good at all. She doesn't look good. Like because Hope at the time looked like she was like rolling her eyes, like dizzy. And then my brother was like, no, this is not good. This is not good. So we both ran upstairs crying and bawling our eyes out. And we were like, we need help. We need to go to the hospital. Like, I'm not even joking. And Mom's like, no, we can't. We can't do this. I can't spend $2,000. And then I was like, Mom, this is my best friend, and I love her so much. I can't let her go. So that time, we decided to calm down. We go to the living room. We did deep math. We did how much pounds she was, how much grams that was chocolate. And at that time, she was 12 pounds, and that grams was 2 chocolate. And then here's the thing. Chocolate is toxic to dogs, but it also had cocoa powder, cocoa powder, and butter cocoa. I don't know the difference. And then that was like really toxic to dogs. Like there's a chance they could die. Like that's really toxic. And then I started like freaking out. And then my brother's like, oh no, she's a goner. That's too much chocolate. Like she's a goner. And I told them that she was also mumbling on chocolates. That she ate one and she was mumbling like on chocolates. And I'm like, that's too much chocolate for a cocoa powder. Like, but keep in mind, it was milk chocolate. Not like the normal Kisses, which is full, like too much. Like if my dog ate one, she would die automatically. And then my brother's like, she's a goner, and I was just like, and then when he said that, I just started freaking out. And I'm like, no, and I was like crying, and then like, of course I was scared. I was like, no, I can't let her go, I can't, and I was just crying. And then my mom did deep math, and then we got this website. And then we put how much grams and how much pounds she is. And we're like, I don't know explain it. If my good brother was here, he would explain it. Because my brother's math rocks and my mom used to be math rocks when she was little. And they're both very smart. And then, of course, I'm the dumb one in the family. So, sorry. And then they're doing deep math, like how much grams she's going to survive. And this website said, she's okay. She's gonna survive, but she's gonna vomit and diarrhea a lot, and you can't fall asleep. Like, you have to keep eyes on her, like, the whole night. Like, you can't fall asleep, just in case if she ever stops breathing, because there's a chance she could die. And then I'm like, okay. So I started calming myself up. And then I went upstairs with my brother, and I just started like watching her. I was just like on my bed and watching her. Like, I don't know, explain to you guys. Like, I'll show you here. Like, I was like this, like on the corner, just watching her, like that. And then like my brother comes in, and is like, do you need help? Like, I know you can't do an all-nighter, because like I'm really bad at all-nighters. I need coffee and something. And first I've been crying, and when I cry I get like really tired. So I'm like, yeah, sure. And we made up a plan of 30 minutes we fall asleep. Not 30, sorry. 15 minutes watch her. 15 minutes go to sleep. 15 minutes watch her, 15 minutes go to sleep. So I was like, no, let's do 30 minutes just to be safe. It's like, okay, 30 minutes watch her, 30 minutes sleep. And I'm like, no, 30 minutes watch her and like 15 minutes of sleep, because I want to make sure she's okay. And then my brother was like, okay, yeah, sure. So we did it, and then we woke up back around like, the alarm went on, and we woke back. I don't know what time. It was like, because like after researching, it was like 12 o'clock. So it was about like we watched her like for 30 minutes. So it was ready about 12:30, and then we fell asleep. It was like 12:45. So we woke up at 12:45. She looked fine, but we kept doing it until 3 a.m. And then she started like breathing not too fast, because she was breathing really fast. She was breathing not too fast. I was like, okay, I think she's okay now. I think she's okay. But before I went, she was okay. I searched up how long it takes for the dog to die from eating chocolate. It said 74 hours. It's like, okay, so if she ate chocolate anyways, she dies. She can't die tonight. So, but I was like kind of getting scared and stuff. Like, she's gonna be fake, because it told us that she's gonna vomit a lot, she's gonna diarrhea. And then I said, okay, that's okay. So we fell asleep until the next day. She woke up, she was okay. Then a normal day, then fell asleep, she looked okay. And then the day came, if she doesn't make it this night, then there's no way she can survive. So I got a little scared that night. And then I started praying, I started talking to her and crying. Said, just stay with me. I love you so much. I love you. You've been in my journey so much, and I love you so much. And I was also crying. And then I was giving her kisses and like hugging her, and she looked very tired. And then I woke up. She was alive, so I was happy. And now she's okay. She's better than ever. And then our neighbors came over, and they told us that they gave us a little package, like the first one we got her, and it had that little, and it has that package she gave us, like how to train dogs, because she's a dog expert, like she has 2 chihuahuas, she's like a dog expert. And she gave us a little pack of how to train dogs, like in a little bag with some dog food and like a measuring cup for scoop the dogs, and like papers like how to train the dogs. And also there was 2 magnets of a hospital for dogs, and a poisoning center of poisoning to call when your dogs get poisoning, and they're open 24 hours and 0 money to call. So, and I was like, oh, I'm so dumb. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you all. Bye. Comment down below what you think, and yeah, and I'll do a part 2 of story times, because I also have another story in mind, but that one's kind of a comedy one. So yeah. So bye, love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that button and turn on notifications for you to be notified when I post a video. Bye, love y'all.